Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping right into a foundational story that kicks off with a single, life-shattering command. A journey that would, quite literally, change the world.
No, seriously, just think about that for a second. What would it take for you to leave everything? Your home, your friends, your family, your entire country? That question, right there, is at the absolute heart of the story we're diving into today. The story of a man named Avram.
So, our story begins with Avram getting a message from God. And let me tell you, this is no subtle hint. It's a direct command that's about to flip his entire world on its head.
Can you just imagine hearing that? It's a total reset button on your life. A command to cut every single tie that makes you who you are, your country, your community, even your own family. And for what? For a destination that's a complete mystery. He's not even told where he's going.
But here's the thing, it's not just a command. It comes with this just staggering promise. In exchange for leaving it all behind, Abram is being offered a legacy. He's promised that he'll be the father of a great nation, that his name will be famous.
And this is where the promise just explodes in scale. It goes from personal to national and then all the way to universal. It's saying that what Avram does right here, this one act of faith, is going to end up being a blessing for everybody on earth.
So you've got this huge, life-altering call on one hand, and this cosmic promise on the other. How in the world does Abram respond? Does he argue? Does he ask for a few more details?
He just goes. And here's the part that is truly mind-blowing. His age. Abram was 75 years old when he packed his bags and left. This isn't some young guy looking for an adventure. We're talking about a man deep into his life, who's now starting a completely radical, uncertain new chapter.
And he's not going by himself either. He takes his wife, Saray, his nephew, Lot, and basically their entire operation, all their stuff, and all the people who were part of their household on this incredible trek into the great unknown.
So they head out toward a place they've never seen, the land of Canaan. They don't have a map, they don't have a guide, their only GPS is this divine promise they're following. Abram's route takes him right into the heart of this new land. He starts in Haran, makes his way to Shechem, then heads up into the mountains near Bethel, and just keeps pushing south, toward the Negev desert.
And it's right here, as soon as he arrives in Canaan, that the promise gets real. It's not abstract anymore. God appears to Avram and spells it out. This land, the very ground he's standing on, is one day going to belong to his descendants.
And what does Avram do in response? He builds altars. It's his way of marking the spot, a physical act of faith to say, okay, I hear you. This place is special. He builds one at Shechem and another near Bethel, spiritually claiming the space.
All right, so Avram's there. He's gotten the confirmation. You'd think, okay, smooth sailing from here, right? Well, not exactly. Almost immediately, that big divine promise is about to get its first real-world test.
That spiritual promise suddenly slams right into the harsh reality of the physical world. Because having a promise for a blessed land is one thing, but, you still gotta eat.
Yeah, a massive famine hits the land of Canaan. And this puts Avram in a totally impossible spot. Does he trust the promise and stay put and maybe starve? Or does he leave to find food, which kind of feels like he's abandoning the whole mission? He makes a choice. Avram decides the practical thing to do is go down to Egypt to survive. But this very practical solution, well, it brings a whole new kind of danger. One that has nothing to do with weather and everything to do with people. So as they're getting closer to the border, Avram looks over at his wife Sarai, and you can just feel the fear start to creep in. He realizes that her beauty could actually get him killed in a foreign land. And this is where it gets really interesting, because you see him just game it all out. He spells it out for Sarai. Look, if they know you're my wife, they'll kill me to get to you. But if they think you're my sister, maybe, just maybe I'll live. It's pure survival mode, not faith.
So that's the plan. A straight-up deception. He asks Sarai to lie for him, and listen to how he puts it, "My soul shall live because of thee." His very survival is now tied directly to her and to this lie. The man who left everything on faith is now betting his life on a lie born out of fear.
And that leaves us with this really tough question, doesn't it? After this incredible journey of faith, Avram's first big test doesn't end with some miracle. It ends with a plan based on fear and deceit. So what does this moment of very human weakness tell us about the complex hero at the center of this incredible, world-changing story.